I knew I wasn't gonna like you from the start. You're too stuffy.
The feeling is mutual, I assure you.
I'm glad we're on the same page. And yet here we are, waiting for the end together. Maybe Freud has a better sense of humor than I thought.
Who knows? But he might get mad for real if we keep putting this off.
Freud? Mad? Now that's funny.
Let's head in. The air here is oppressive.
Don't waste your time moping around out here, staring into the distance. It's not as romantic as you think.
Not when you do it, perhaps.
Phantom and Luminous are always at it. You'd think the rest of us would have rubbed off on them by now.
I think they're perfect for each other. One's a chatterbox and the other's a stick in the mud. They can distract the Black Mage with their comedy routine while we jump him from behind.
True. But you know they'd take you apart if they heard you say that. Oh, look. There's another wave of monsters coming. There's just no end to them, is there?
We should get inside while we have a chance.
I'll stay here. Somebody's gotta keep them off your backs.
All right, I'm heading in. But I'll see you later, yeah?
Of course.
Things were looking grim. The Black Mage was stronger than any of us expected. And as we fought, the truth became obvious. The Transcendence power could not be overcome. Our only remaining option was to imprison the Black Mage behind the Seal of Time.
Activated all 5 seals. We're ready for the next step.
To complete the spell, we just need to charge the seal stone with a lifespan's worth of time. It's the only way to draw the power of time from the Black Mage.
A lifespan? But that would sacrifice someone's very existence.
Don't look so worried. That's my thing.
Nonsense! Do you truly intend to give up your life so casually?
I designed the seal. I made the plan. Besides, it's my turn to play the big hero for once. Sorry, but you all get to clean up my mess this time.
How can you joke about this? It should be me. It's my responsibility.
Luminous, you know how you feel? This.
I'll do it.
Oh, stop it. The fate of Maple World is in our hands. We can't be getting sentimental.
That's why I'll do it. After the magic you used getting us here, your body can't handle the strain of powering the seal stone.
Mine can!
Luminous, you're the only one here whose magic can match the Black Mage. We need your power over light to end this.
Then you expect me to stand by as you sacrifice yourself?
Come on, it's the best way. I have no family, no clan. No one will miss me. Except you lot, I suppose.
What?
Look, we're running out of time. Let's get this over with and argue about it in the afterlife. Deal?
Stop! I wish...
Don't worry about it. What happened?
Please. God.
God?
With the Black Mage gone, my existence should be as stable as anyone else's, right? If Moonbeam's forgotten about me again... What are you wishing for?
Oh. You're here again. Hi!
Yeah, sorry it's been a while.
Yeah, and it's about time the Fox God listened to one of my wishes. I was just telling her I wanted you to come see me again. Again! I've come here almost every day, but this is the first time one of my wishes has come true.
What did you wish for?
When I was little, I wished that my parents would come back. And after I grew up a bit, I just asked for a friend. But once I met you, I wished that you would come see me again. And here you are!
The Fox God made 2 of your wishes come true then.
Huh?
I'll tell you later.
But now that you're back, does it mean you found the person you missed? Gonna tell me your name yet?
There are some things I need to take care of before I can stay with her again. But I can tell you my other name, the one my friends called me before I met her.
Okay, me first. My name is Moonbeam.
My name is...
That doesn't sound foxy at all. But I guess it's pretty cool. Tell me your other name next time, okay?
You got it.
You're leaving again now, right?
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Your eyes say otherwise, Moonbeam.
But you'll come back again?
Definitely.
It's a promise.
Here, let me prove it to you.
What are you doing?
Here, the fox tree is going to look after my promise. Whenever you feel lonely, come look at this mark, and remember that I'll come back as soon as I can. After all, I have to keep my word. Otherwise, the Fox God will gobble me up.
Yes! Okay! You've sworn it on the fox tree, so we have to see each other again.
Yep, it's a promise.
Why are your feet carrying you from my valley, little fox? Do you not wish to reside here once more, now that Maple World's corrupt transcendent has been dealt with?
There are too many people who still need me. For the sake of the pointy-eared foxes who took me into their home, and the friends who fought at my side, I have to leave.
What? How can you abandon sweet little Moonbeam? Oh, Moonbeam's dearest wish is for your return.
I've heard that voice before.
Is Moonbeam not worthy of your love and protection as well?
She is, but thanks to your gift, my love and protection are already at Moonbeam's side, keeping her safe. That's the only reason I can keep fighting.
Then your duties have not concluded with the demise of the Black Mage?
My friends and I saved Maple World. Now it's time for us to protect Grandis.
Jared Darmore has grown powerful enough to obscure even my vision. In time, his malignant ambitions may come to threaten my foxes. So be it. I shall respect your will, though it grieves me. My place is here, watching over the other foxes. But though fate prevents me from walking by your side, you need only return, and I will offer you any aid I can.